Hey guys, welcome to Our Delicious and I am Aditi. So today I bring to you a new series that I'm starting on my channel called Testing Tuesday. I've been thinking about starting this for a while now. It's almost been a year. And even the video that I'm going to show today, I shot back in September 2018. Life happened and I just couldn't get around sharing it. But today I thought enough is enough and I have to share it with you guys. So let me tell you a little bit more about Testing Tuesday. So every Tuesday I'm going to be coming out with a video in which I'll be trying out a cake gadget or a new technique in the cake world or even a popular or a viral recipe. Do leave me a comment in the comment section below telling me how you feel about the series and if you have any suggestions as to what I should try out. I would love to hear your comments on that. So today is one such recipe. I am going to try and make Katherine Sabbaths Birthday Cake. She came on MasterChef Australia, by the way, I'm a huge fan of that. And she shared this birthday cake recipe of hers over there. And the moment I saw it, I knew that I had to try and make it and see for myself how it turns out. So let's see how I did. To start off, I printed out the recipe and gathered all my ingredients. As the recipe says, I added flour and salt to my stand mixer bowl and mixed the two. Then I gradually added in the sugar. I am using castor sugar over here. Once the sugar is mixed in, I add in chunks of cold butter into the mixer. This method is called reverse creaming. It is supposed to give a tender crumb to the cake. Once a sand-like texture is achieved, I stop the mixer and in a jug I mixed in the wet ingredients, which is the milk, lemon juice, vanilla and egg whites. Then I gradually added this wet mixture to my dry mixture and mixed the two for 3 minutes, scraping the bowl in between. The cake batter was ready and this is what it looked like. I lined 3 6-inch tins with parchment paper and added 550 grams of batter to each pan. I was left with some of the batter which I put in 2 5-inch tins. The recipe asks for putting these bake even strips around the mold to get an even bake. Luckily I had these so I used them, but you can do without them. I baked the cake at 170 degrees Celsius until the skewer inserted in the middle come out clean. I let them cool for 10 minutes in the pan and then demolded the cake to let them cool completely. Meanwhile, I got on to making the Swiss meringue buttercream, for which I heated the egg whites with sugar on some simmering water till the sugar was dissolved. Then I whipped it in a stand mixer till I had glossy meringue and the meringue was cool to touch. Then I started adding huge mountain of butter in the meringue. Add few chunks of butter at a time, drop few on the floor, that's okay. And then continue adding in the butter. The buttercream will look curdled at one point, but just mix it through and it will come together into a smooth buttercream like this. Once the buttercream was ready, I divided it into portions. Then I colored the big portion with pink gel food coloring and added freeze-dried raspberries to it. I did struggle to find freeze-dried raspberries here in Dubai, but in the end I did manage to find some. To the remaining 2 portions of the buttercream, I added pink color and white color. I did pull out a picture of the cake on my phone to use it as a reference to get the exact shade of pink. Transfer all the buttercreams into piping bags. To make the chocolate shards for decoration, I spread some melted white chocolate thinly onto an acetate sheet and then I added dollops of pink chocolate all over and used a skewer lightly to marble it. Tap the acetate to even it out and then sprinkle on some freeze-dried raspberries. Let it set in the fridge and then break it into pieces. To assemble the cake, I cut the tops of the cake and slice each cake into 2 even layers. Look at that crumb texture of the cake. It looks so good. Place a cake board on a turntable and place a cake layer base side down on the board. Pipe the raspberry buttercream onto the cake about 1 centimeter thick. Smooth it out using a palette knife. Then press raspberries onto the buttercream. I was short on them so I used only 6 instead of 12. Place second cake layer and repeat the process, ensuring that the final layer is base side facing up. This cake altogether used about 1170 grams of butter, 19 egg whites and about 1120 grams of sugar. That's a lot of stuff. Anyways, moving on. Do a thin crumb coat and put the cake in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. To achieve the stripe pattern on the cake, pipe a stripe of pink buttercream all around the cake, then pipe white buttercream stripe and keep alternating till you reach the top of the cake. On the top of the cake, pipe pink buttercream. Then using a tall bench scraper, place it against the cake and slowly turn the turntable to scrape the side of the cake. To blend the lines, repeat this a few times till you are happy with the stripes. Make sure you clean the scraper after each scrape. Using an offset spatula, level the top. To finish, top the cake with chocolate shards and place raspberries next to and behind each piece to support the shard. And the cake is ready. And this is what my cake looked like. I think it looks pretty close to Catherine's cake, isn't it? The cake itself was very tender and it paired beautifully with the raspberry buttercream. The tartness of the raspberry balanced the sweetness of the cake and the buttercream. I hope you like this video and let me know in the comments section what you feel about this series. I would love to hear your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that red button. Help me reach 100k subscribers really soon. I'm so close. I'll see you in another video. Until next time. Bye bye.